Hi guys, Josh here, welcome to Frames Per Second. Today we're going to be shooting some expired Fujifilm Super HGV, which I got from Ikigai Camera. Thanks Pete. And we are currently at Mount Coot-tha. And probably mostly going to be doing landscapes, might go into the bush for a bit. And Connor's currently here testing his new film camera, so I might show you some shots from him.
I have no clue what I'm doing.
Portra
160. So that's the side that goes in. And then click with a metered prism top.
But mostly I am just reviewing this film, which is low ISO film. I have to expose it as if it's 50 ISO instead of 100, but I'm really looking forward to the results, and so let's go. Because it was expired film, but it was cold stored, we only had to overexpose it by one stop. But then I ended up pushing it one stop because I honestly felt that it wasn't bright enough, and most of my exposures I felt like were going to be a bit under, and it ended up being the right move because most of these shots are nicely exposed. So this is the first shot with Connor, and it has that very classic Fuji look. The greens are really nice and you get that red in the skin tone. Now I'm also going to show you some of Connor's portrait shots as well, so you can kind of get a bit of a comparison with that. For 20-year-old film, this still looks quite nice.
Go sit on that rock.
But yeah, this was quite late in the day. I know the footage was actually brighter than it actually was because, I mean, digital, we're able to push up the ISO quite a bit, but I was pretty much trying to expose 25 ISO film, and yeah, it was a tricky thing to do at this time of day. And this is Connor's portrait shot, and it's classic looking portrait. Nice pastel colors, really good skin tones, but not that vibrant. And that's one thing I did like about the Super HGV. It is very vibrant and full of color.
Very, very simple. What I'm doing is very simple.
Now I know this is just a shot of leaves, but I do like it, and it's got a nice haze to it, and it was just the time of day, it was golden hour, and just that lens flare is kind of nice too, that nice blue, and just those greens. Fuji has always been really good with greens. It's one thing I do want to use it for more. We were playing with shadows and light, so it was tricky getting the exposure right. And also this shot is a little bit soft, and I think a little bit shaky too. And then Connor took a nice silhouette of me, and yeah, that looks quite nice. And it's very Kodak-y in its warm tones. I'm gonna borrow his big boy light meter.
Right.
Getting some real readings.
Getting that information.
And this is another portrait shot, and as you can see, it is much more muted in color than the Fuji stuff. This shot I like quite a bit. At this point I had it on a tripod and was using a shutter release just because we really didn't have much light. That yellow looks good, the greens look nice, that golden light you can kind of see in the bokeh. It is a bit cold in the shadows, and I do kind of like that look. Unfortunately this shot is a bit shaky, and I think when I hit the shutter the tripod head moved a little bit. And once again we have that classic Portra 160 look, nice pastel colors and good skin tone. I think if it was a bit darker and had a bit more contrast, it would look nicer. It was a very hazy view. I do like the composition quite a bit. And then we have Connor's shot, which has your classic Kodak warmth, and the sun's right there, and nice little lens flare too. And here's a nice shot of Connor. You can still see kind of the greens and the blues and the shadows, but then you also have those reds in the skin and from that warm light, and I do kind of like that. Golden hour, it's a nice time of day, and yeah, you can see the reds in the background, how the reds really come out of that Fuji. So I forgot to turn the mic on, but these guys behind us were smoking weed. I was so busy setting up this shot and trying to get the horizons right that I forgot to focus it. So we did take another shot. I do like this composition quite a bit, and the composition did change in the next shot. Next shot's in focus, but I like the composition of the previous shot better. But yeah, silly me. This is Connor's shot on the Portra. You can see it is quite different. Like all Fujifilms, really nice greens here. This is a shot that I also think suffered from the one-stop push. I think we would have had more sky detail if this shot wasn't pushed.
Meanwhile, I'm watching a bee play.
That's perfect. Got it on record now. And result of that park. It's not good. And so this was me just playing with the slow shutter. I thought it was kind of a nice shot, but unfortunately there's too much movement. And this is Connor's last shot on his Portra. Once again, good skin tones. It is more pastel in color and warmer than the Fuji. So I've got 2 more shots. I'm gonna wait until the city lights going on. 4. But yeah, been playing with a lot of slow shutters in the last few frames, so I hope they turn out well. I have no reciprocity factor information, so I'm kind of just overexposing it on purpose, and hopefully it turns out okay. But we'll see. That would be a good photo there. Yay! Not good.
Looks fun.
Get ready for it, ladies. New gift is born.
Alright. Try to look as seductively as possible into the camera.
Yeah. And then this is the last shot of the Fuji, and I quite like it. Really nice colors, you got the skylights, and I did do one more shot which didn't turn out, and that one I did as an 8-second shutter, and I think it just turned out too dark that we couldn't get anything out of it. And just look at that cityscape. I kind of do wish it was a bit sharper because I think it is a little bit soft, but yeah, it's still really nice, and I like the city lights, and I think I will use this film again. I have one more roll. Like an idiot, I forgot to turn the mic on, or it just wasn't plugged in properly. But anyway, I hope you liked the video. I'm going to put Connor's Instagram in the description below along with mine if you want to go check out some of the last shots. And guys, please like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications if you want to know when there's a new episode. Let us know what your thoughts on the images are. Comment below. Anyway, I'm Joshua Cho, this is in frames per second, and just get out there and shoot some film.